Hi, friends. Hi. All right. So it is a lovely Saturday. I'm looking up at the sky. There's no clouds, which is awesome. um, I just watched my brother walk past me. I think he did know it was me, but he's on his way to the library, and I'm on my way to run some errands. All right. So today's topic, one of the errands I am running, I am going to the drugstore for the reason. I'll let you know in a minute. All right, so the name of this is How I Built Up My Immune System. Okay. And I will say with a caveat, as in, except for this. Okay. Um, and it's only because you'll see in a minute. So, Um, I work as an educator, as a teacher, and I'm in a population. I'm basically an essential worker. So that means um, I'm in a space where a lot of people need my services, and that means I'm going to be in front of a lot of people, mostly children, and children are highly infectious. I've learned over the years. So this is my 19th year as an educator, and I had to figure out, it's like, listen, I can't, it's not a, I don't want it to be a part of my job as getting sick. Like, I don't want that to be a part of my job, you know? And a lot of teachers work on their immune system. In fact, the product Emergency was invented by a teacher, from what I remember. Like that product, it was like a powder drink kind of thing where you boost your immune system. But what I'm talking about is, yeah, you can do those things, but then you can also work on having a immune system baseline that is strong. Okay, so that you're not like down and out just because somebody has the stomach bug next to you. Okay, and that's what I'm talking about. This is my biohacking. I had to really think about it, though. This is where, after I'd been sick about 10 years ago, I had caught pneumonia, of all things, in the summertime. That should tell you something. Okay, you can catch infectious diseases like that anytime, but your body might be more like susceptible with a weakened immune system, and mine was, it was weakened. And so, yeah, after healing from that pneumonia, and then even the all the things that happened afterwards, it was just a struggle just to regain some health. And that's really where it just dawned on me. I was like, I have to have a strong immune system. Okay, I wasn't even teaching full time when I caught pneumonia, y'all. That's how bad it was. It would have been different. Oh my goodness, we got an older person stopping traffic right now because they don't know what they're doing. All right, so I don't have a stop sign, but for some reason they think that it's okay to just jump out here. All right, sorry. So yes, so I had to really think about this. I wasn't even working full time as an educator at the time, and I ended up getting sick. Okay, an infectious disease, and like I said, it told me that I got to make some changes if I'm going to be working full time, because then that was also around the time that I did get a full time job, and I was like, there is no way I can continue on like this if I can't not be well, right? I remember even before, um, so my education career is very interesting in that I had my own classroom. Then through life, I ended up working as a long-term sub and tutor and music teacher and all this other stuff. And then I got back into the classroom, and that was about 10 years ago. So yeah. So when I got back into the classroom full time, I realized like I have to work on my health and wellness. I have to be well. And at first, I just wanted to get healed from the pneumonia that I just got. And I was like, of course, everybody's like, oh, you take your vitamins, take the multivitamins or whatever, drink water, or even, that kind of thing. And then something else happened while I was working. Let's see, I'm trying to think. I was 2 or 3 years into this position I'm in now. And I didn't get sick, but there was an event basically where I felt as though I can't afford to be sick. I can't afford to not be in this room, in this classroom, for the sake of my students, And so that was the real second leveling up of your immune system, where I just really had to work on it, and I could not risk not being there for my students. So yeah. Now, I did mention multivitamins. I am going to mention multivitamins. And I'm also going to say they only work if the rest of the things that I'm about to mention are being done as well. Okay, so you can't sit and eat cheeseburgers every day and pizza every day or whatever else and drink wine, okay, and still think that, oh, well, as long as I'm eating a multivitamin, I'm good. And I'm just gonna be honest, I had friends who did think that way. They were like, well, I can drink, especially the alcohol portion of this. I can drink alcohol as long as, I eat, take a multivitamin and eat healthy-ish, but that it kind of doesn't work. As much as we want it to, it kind of doesn't. So alcohol is a part of that. It breaks down your immune system. And it's not just like the alcohol itself, it's what behavior leads to it. And I was never an alcoholic, but I did have that habit of having wine with dinner and wanting a dessert, and then, oh, I need a late night snack. So, because I don't want to wake up with a hangover. So that's what I mean, like behaviors. So in order to have wine and to be able to metabolize it, well, so that you can go to work the next day, then you're eating different kinds of foods and you're craving more sugar. It's not the alcohol, it's the sugar. So sugar, once you crave sugar, you crave more sugar. I know this is a little bit of a tangent, but it all breaks down your immune system. When your body is tired and fatigued, when you don't put the right nutrients in your body consistently. And think about this. You take a vitamin every day. What if you forget? Okay? So that's what I mean. You've got to build up into your body wellness, not just, I take a pill every day. But what if you forget it? Right? So I took that approach. That is kind of where I started with the adaptogens. And adaptogens are herbs that build up stamina, resilience, or it keeps your body in what is called homeostasis. And homeostasis just means you're good, right? That's basically the meaning of it. You're good. I loved when I first started with the adaptogens, ashwagandha. Like I said, back in 2017, ashwagandha, and it snuck up on me. And that's what I mean by build up. Like, you have to be taking it consistently. Luckily, I was taking it, like, I like to stack my habits. And that's another way to make sure you're doing certain things that are helpful. Okay, I'm just gonna go. Oh my goodness, Atlanta. Y'all, I live in Atlanta. All right, so so yes, I was taking ashwagandha. That was super helpful because it manages stress and it gives you energy. So it was like a all wellness type of adaptogen. So I tried a few others like rhodiola and tulsi, which is holy basil, and maca, and go to I can't pronounce it, but so me sitting here in the car just rattling off adaptogens, I'm not just making this stuff up, and I'm not just using a robot or whatever to make a video. I actually do this. I actually do this. Okay, so I'm on automatic now, and I'm going to the wrong drugstore. All right, but this is fun. You can see me wander around Atlanta. I'm like talking and whatnot. But anyway, so yeah, building up my stress level. That's really what you're doing with an adaptogen. It's not building up your immune system. You're building up your stress tolerance. Because when you have cortisol, it drains your body. A buildup of cortisol, that's for when you are having an emergency state. Like, right, for example, I like to tell the kids, if a werewolf jumps into your classroom, all of a sudden you're going to have a reaction, right? That's your cortisol rising in your body. But we live in a world now where everything is the werewolf, as in, oh, I watched the news. Oh, I'm stressed out about this meeting I need to go to. Oh, I gotta go to the work I don't like, the job I don't like, but I gotta pay my bills. So everything now is the werewolf when it should not be. So that means your cortisol is up. Okay, so I'm trying to remember if I go this way. Yeah, so I'm trying to make, I don't want to tell y'all my business, but I know how to drive in Atlanta without getting on the highway and avoiding all this traffic. Okay, because nobody's got time for that. All right, so yeah, you're building up your stress tolerance and trying to reduce that cortisol, because cortisol will drain your body. It puts this unnecessary pressure on you, which does drain your immune system. Okay, and so I started with that after I figured out what was wrong with me after my health scare 2 years prior. I know this is a long, convoluted thing. And I knew, because of what I was doing, that it would have to take at least a few weeks for me to notice adaptogens, if they're working or not. So that's what I mean by it can't just be a pill, friends. It really does have to be in your system, grow in your system. Oh my gosh, they look like a couple I know. See, I'm just riding around. It's like, who are the people in your neighborhood? I was like, do I know them? So yeah, the adaptogens. And there's, like I said, I mentioned like 3 or 4 of them. There's more out there, but ashwagandha is my most favorite one. I will say, unfortunately, more people have discovered it, and I don't trust how certain companies might say it's in there or not. So that's something I do look at. Like, I deal in pure. Okay, so me as a biohacker, I know where to go get the pure stuff, or how to make sure it's pure, or understand what I'm getting when I get it. Like, I don't buy it in gummies. I don't buy a brand. So when people say, what brand do you use? I was like, I don't know, because they will change the formula on you and they don't have to tell you. Legally, if it's in there, they can say it's in there, but how much of it is in there, right? So you don't know. That's why I don't rely on brands. Okay. And that's why, sadly, friends, you probably should not rely on brands either, because they will change the formula on you. So yeah. So I deal in the pure. I like in liquid form best. If I could, everything, because it's faster absorption. Okay. And if you're doing it, say, like in conjunction with something else, like a juice or a tea, you're hydrating yourself, which you need, and your body needs the water, the fascia, the tissue inside of your things, and it helps. I hope go straight into the blood system. So yeah, so adaptogens builds up in your system. It takes a few weeks. Now, some people will say, "Well, I take my vitamin C." Yeah, you can take vitamin C, and I do too. I'm just not, I take it differently than most people. Like, I don't buy it in the supplement anymore because it is a synthetic. And if you don't have any other resources, I'm not saying don't do the synthetic, but if you have another way, let me jump out here now. Try to get it in citrus, as in real food form, okay? Real food. So lean into those foods that actually have the vitamin C in it. And then I'm about to tell you what I do take as a supplement. Oh no. This is going to turn into something interesting. All right. So I'm now turning into one of those Atlanta drivers that everybody complains about. All right. But, you know, whatever. Um, so yeah. So I do take supplements. I just don't take vitamin C. I take other things that it doesn't have vitamin C in it, but it helps produce the vitamin C. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going deeper, 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 deeper. That helps your body not, well, you can't make vitamin C in your body anyway, but basic things like your lemons, limes, oranges, maybe some greens like your spinach. It has vitamin C in it, believe it or not. Okay, you lean into those things, the foods. And then I also take, um, I don't know how to pronounce it, but exanthium. Exanthium. Now that's super, super strong, but it's tiny. And I get them in the pill form or the gel form because they come in as a gel. They are super, super vitamin C, okay? And it helps your eyes, okay? So I'd like to maximize. And I think more people are starting to pay more attention to those because if it's on the shelf or not, meaning more people are buying it, or if it's out of stock, more people are buying it, right? No label for it. That means people still don't know about it when I do my research. So you can get it at most grocery stores. So I'm currently at the CVS, okay? But you can get it. Uh-oh. Thought it was a car accident. Like, listen, Atlanta is like that. Um, Most people, you can get it. What I just mentioned in CVS, in most drugstores now. Most people don't realize that it is super hyperactive vitamin C. And there's other things you can take that are not vitamin C that also help with your immune system. So if you're just like, okay, so Monica, you're telling me I don't buy vitamin C, but because it's synthetic, but then what about the rest? I'm like, yeah, I know you've just got to pick and choose. I just say it's synthetic because now everybody just knows. Think about it. The culture knows. Everybody knows. You take vitamin C, so that's a marketing thing for those out there who market. And then next thing you know, yeah, you're taking synthetic vitamin C when really you can just eat oranges and lemons and limes and tangerines and greens, and then you get a more authentic vitamin C. Okay. Remember what I just said. It's like some of it, you don't know how much you're actually getting that you need of the vitamin C when you just eat fruits and vegetables, right? And you'll be okay. And then, like I said, the again, I wish I could pronounce it. Xanthium. It starts with an A. And then there's another one that I use, NAC, and I forget what their acronym stands for, but I'll probably put it in the comments, okay? Um, but those two, those are the super immune system fighters, okay? Super immune system. If you're just like, but you got to be taking it at least for 2 weeks. Now, the NAC, though, actually, let me take that back. NAC, if you feel like something might be coming on, you can take it beforehand. Please take it beforehand because by the time symptoms start showing up, it's time for your immune system to do its thing. Okay. So you can build up your immune system to kind of fight off the germs. You can't, like germs are germs, they're here. Okay. You can't stop them from getting in your body. You just got to find a way that when they're there, they're in and out, right? And you don't have an issue. So yeah, so I know I did a lot of rambling, but I also almost got lost a little bit. All right, so I'm here at my first destination for things, and yes, some supplements might be in store for me in here. I love the electrolytes. That's also super helpful. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated always. Your own immune system can be built up. I'm not saying you'll never get sick, but even the longevity of how long you get sick will improve with time. Okay. And as I said at the beginning of this video, I said I was going to tell you my one caveat. I still have allergies. I'm working on it. And that's how I know that when certain atmosphere things happen, or if there's certain like allergens in the air, I can't um I'm working on that. Like I said, I'm working on it. But when it comes to things like flus and colds and pneumonias and things like that, that doesn't tend to happen for me anymore. Okay? But dust, animal dander, I mean, it's an irritant. I mean, think of it. It's like those things irritate you. So my eyes tend to, get bothered by that, and then my sinuses tend to get bothered by that. So other than that, there's a few other things I do for maintenance. I will say that maybe I'll save that for the next video in the because it's a protocol that will help with clearing out mucus, because mucus serves a purpose. It's good. But mucus is also not good sometimes. So, and then eating of dead proteins. And I know it's glamorous right now for everybody to talk about protein, protein, protein. Sometimes you can get too much protein, by the way. And protein build up in the body too much can increase, chances for chronic illnesses. And again, I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying. But yeah, so maybe I'll talk about my protocols for how I stop sneezing and how I stop getting sinus infections. Okay, because that's the protocol that I use now. Once I started with the first few rounds, now I just like, it's amazing. And my mom, she did it. She's improved a lot. I wish I was there to monitor her a little more closely, but I tell her what the protocol is. But you can only tell people, and that's why you sometimes need a coach. All right. So with that, I say take care.